All right, welcome to another GASHO meditation. We are here doing something different. We're going to be getting into the Akashic Records. It's going to be very similar to what we've done in previous sessions. This time, though, I'm going to be opening the records for all of us here watching, even if we're on the replay. It's going to be still as effective and potent. I'm just here to hold the frequency that is the Akashic field in hopes that your own insight and wisdom can come through. We'll do some intention setting as always to make sure that our focus and our energy is aligned with the highest good of ourself and with everybody else around us. Um, and then at the end, kind of just let your own life force guide you through your experience. And then we can talk about whatever came up for us if we feel comfortable at the end. Okay. So go ahead and get comfortable. You can either be lying down for this, sitting up. If you feel like you want to grab a crystal, feel free to grab a crystal. I'm feeling really called to use black tourmaline. I feel like the energy in the air has been very high. And so just some grounding energy will really help anchor in this frequency. Um, Feel free to turn the lights off, put an eye mask, light some candles, whatever it is you need to do to feel super comfortable in your space and your body. Also going to be playing some music after the guided meditation. During that time, this is when your own life force will guide you through the experience. I'm going to make sure the sound is on. Amazing. Now that we're all getting settled, this is where you can do this meditation with Gasho if you'd like, or you can do it with your hands relaxed on your side or on your lap. Do whichever feels most comfortable for you, whatever you feel your intuition is nudging you towards. That's going to be what's meant for you. So let's just take a second to just prep the body. So we'll kind of start with some Kinyoku dry breathing. Let's go ahead and just rub our hands together. And as we rub our hands together for Kinyoku, I always like to start with my shoulder down my arm and just wiping away any type of residual energy from the day, from the week. You can do under your arms and just continuing to gently breathe as you do this, allowing yourself to really connect with the sensations of your hands and in your body. But if you need to shake off some energy, feel free to shake off some energy. You need to roll your shoulders, roll your neck if you feel called. So you're allowing your body to really relax in this space. And take a couple of deep breaths. Slow releases. Deep breath in, releasing out. Your eyes aren't closed already. Gently shut them close. Feeling your body settle into deeper relaxation. Seeing your brow, relaxing your shoulders, allowing your stomach to expand with each breath, letting go of any tension around your stomach, dropping that energy down your legs, out the bottoms of your feet, ending your energy with the earth. Feeling the weight, gravity press you closer to Gaia. I invite you to take a moment and reflect on your intention for this Akashic Records dive. Breathe that intention deeply. Breathe it into the heart. Continue to gently breathe, settling into even deeper relaxation. As I said, sacred space, and open the field to the Akashic Records. Only the nice vibrations of love and light can be in this space. All other energies must leave now. Call upon highest level guides and angels that knows that love is the power and truth from which we read. Hold this space for us. And so it is. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance and direction and courage to know the truth for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. Holy Spirit, please help me direct our attention to the work at hand. Help us to know ourselves in the light of the Akashic Records, to see ourselves through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of us have for us. Help us to know ourselves through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of us have for us. Breathing into the body, allow whatever to come through. The records are now open. Continue your journey as long as you need to. And when you are ready, take a couple of deep breaths. Gently returning to your eyes. Going to take a second to close the field, to close the Akashic Records. Just for a moment, they say, because we always have access to it. I'd like to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. We'd like to thank the lords of the Cosmic Records for their point of view. And we'd like to thank the Holy Spirit of Light for all knowledge and healing. Records are now closed. The records are now closed. Records are now closed. Our energy stays with ourselves, and their energy stays with them. And so it is. Take your time to come back. Feel free to take a couple sips of water, get something to drink. And then if you feel called or feel comfortable with sharing, feel free to unmute yourself and share anything that came through for you, or you can type it in the chat as well. Whatever you feel most comfortable doing.
Bryan. Hello, it's Alicia. Um, I I guess for myself, I'm like struggling because I can't get anything like really clear or I don't think that I'm not like connecting because I feel like I'm connecting. But I just am like sometimes they're like fragments of something. A lot of the times like I see a lot of like colors and mostly my colors like the green and or the purple in the background.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm just like, there's only like a few things, and then I'm like, and it wasn't fast. My experience wasn't fast. Like I felt like someone was like people were floating over me, just like kind of like covering me, like protecting me, I guess.
Hmm.
And I could see like the colors, the purple and stuff like that. And I just like I think like one time I saw like a person like scrambling through her books.
Hmm.
And then like another time I don't even know like I was like is it a Taurus or something? And then like I saw like I don't want to say like someone was like being baptized, but I just felt like a woman and maybe it's just like myself, but like
Hmm.
down, like being brought up, you know? So I was like, I don't
Hmm.
me like drowning, coming up, someone's rescuing me. So I don't know. I just am feeling lately that maybe I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to see. I don't know how to describe it. Just I know I'm connecting, just I'm not getting anything from after being connected.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and I appreciate you sharing that. And I think it's such a common thing that a lot of us experience when it comes to like tapping into the records or to our guides. And sometimes it's like, how do we know what we're supposed to see? Like, what is it that we're supposed to be seeing? What if what you were shown is exactly what you needed to see? You know what I mean? And so, what was interesting too was for the group, the stuff that was coming through was about freedom. What does freedom look like, even with, experiencing disconnection? Are we limiting this connection because we think it's supposed to be a certain type of way? Are we supposed to receive it in a certain type of way? And so it's like, especially with my journey with the records, a lot of the times I also thought too, it's like, oh, like I'm not seeing things, but it's like, what about hearing? Are we opening our ears to what we could be hearing inwardly, or smelling, or tasting, or feeling, right? Really opening our senses to all of it rather than just focusing on one of them. Because sometimes what happens more often than not is we are probably receiving something, but it's almost like our focus is somewhere else. But then the guides are like, oh, but I'm over here giving you it in a different way. But you're like, no, but I'm supposed to be seeing it. But then the guides are like, oh, but we're trying to give it to you through feeling. And so, you know what I mean? So sometimes we can be receiving things in other ways that we may not recognize. Um, and so
I
that could be, yeah.
Oh no, no, no. And when you mentioned like hearing, like when I was in it, I could hear the crows just crowing outside.
Mhm.
And then like my house kind of makes noise. So I was like, I don't know if my house is just making noises or it's them just like standing on my roof or something. But I did hear like the crows were just like crowing the whole
Yeah,
time I was in it. So that does make sense. Okay.
nice. Yeah, that's the fact that you even noticed it is like even more confirmation. And the thing is too, this is more of like an introduction to the energy of the Akashic Records. It's just opening yourself up to this etheric field that we all can tap into. And it's like we're just dipping our toes in the water until, they're like, okay, ready to dive deep. Yeah, thank you for sharing. That was a very interesting experience. Anyone else feel comfortable sharing or would like to share whatever came through for them? So Hazel says, so you typed in the chat, once the music started, I smiled real big. I cried during this time. First, I saw a hand on my head. I asked, whose hand is this? And it was Archangel Michael. He said, peace. Then I saw my auntie who passed away last Thursday. She smiled and said, hi, Hazel, I love you. Oh, I feel that. Next, I saw my grandpa who also said the same. Thank you for sharing that, Hazel. That was very touching and very deep. It's exciting you're able to experience some type of connection with your grandpa and with your aunt. I'm glad you had that experience. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Is there anything else, Hazel, you'd like to add to that? I know we're here for you. We love you, Hazel.
That was beautiful.
Thank you for sharing.
I had asked for my guides to send me any messages from the stars, and I felt like I was comforted. Like you were talking, Brian, earlier about not only seeing but feeling. I felt like somebody was hugging me and giving me
Mm,
so much like, you're fine, you're okay, like you're loved, like we miss you. And there I saw a lot of other experiences, but that meant the most to me.
it's amazing. Oof. I feel that too. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, any other comments you guys would like to share? I know it's only just a quick, like 15-minute, just dip into the Akashic Records, because I find 15 minutes it felt like was good for the group. Anything longer, it could be draining because it's such a high frequency energy. Sometimes our nervous system isn't fully prepped to receive the full connection or the full plug-in. And so we get little spurts of energy, spurts of insight, little flashes here and there, little tickles and tingles until they're like, okay, let's just dump it all on you, which sometimes can happen when we access the records. But definitely after this, drink plenty of water, get some grounding food or get some fresh air. I'm already really feeling like it was very etheric. I feel very like in my crown chakra right now. So definitely some grounding afterwards is going to help you out. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do this again. It's interesting too because I almost can feel your guys' energy too, in the sense that it's like I can see all of our crown chakras opening. And kind of like Hazel was saying, I also saw this hand and it was like touching each of our third eye like this, and like it went away. And I was like, okay, thank you for the activation. And so I guess that's like all we needed was just a little boop. And so we should see what happens moving forward. So if anything comes up for you in the next coming days or weeks, definitely reach out. I'd love to know what comes up for you guys. Okay. So very much in my third eye. Yes. Yeah, very much in the third eye. Very strong. So yeah, definitely a lot of grounding to bring that back down into the body. Yeah, thank you guys so much again for being here. We'll definitely have to do this again. Reach out if you guys have any questions, comments about your experiences. You can comment down below for watching on the replay. See you guys next time. All
Thanks,
right.
Ryan.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.